It's Bros on the Beat. Make way for Mark Gray.
My guy Julian McWilliams joins us here as we chop it up about what's going on around the league.
Out here at Camden Yards and stuff like that, it brings it back memories of my childhood in terms of, because my dad is from West Baltimore, so I'm from New York, but this is the first place I've ever been to for a game, so, it brings back memories for sure just being here.
Well, let's talk about the Orioles for a second, because this is a team that when you looked at them coming into the season, you thought they were going to contend for a wild card. They won 100 games, the number one seed in the American League East. How dangerous are they, in your opinion, going into the playoffs?
They're definitely dangerous. I've always, even dating back to 2021, I looked at this team when the Red Sox came here, and I said, and that was the year the Red Sox made to the ALCS, and they were giving them the Red Sox problems. And Alex Cora was the first person to allude to and say, this team is coming. We have to be really, really, sort of cognizant that they are. And to look at on the bench the other night when they did clinch, and seeing Trevor Story sitting there, seeing Rafael Devers sitting there, seeing Alex Cora stand there and watch the celebration, it just goes to show you never know. And the game is unpredictable. Here you got these young guys whooping up on these guys that were making all this money. I think they have a chance to make some type of postseason noise. I still question some of the pitching a little bit. The Batista injury is obviously going to hurt a little bit as the season wanes. As you get into those later innings, you want that type of that force back there, obviously. But I mean, look, this is a team that's going to be here for a while, and I think, by a large margin, I think they're one of the better. They're the best team in the AL East, which is also the best division in baseball, as we talked about the other night.
What do you think it takes for Boston to get back? Do they need to go back to building from within, or because the free spending just really hadn't worked?
No, but I think they focus too much on the farm the last 4 years. Not too much, but they've certainly developed the farm a little bit more, I think. But you can't be averse to making trades that you can't always try to win the trade, right? You got to do what's best for the team in that moment. And I think part of the reason why Chaim Bloom isn't here, the former chief baseball officer, is because he tried to win every trade. He sort of got cold feet for the trades that he was supposed to make. Look, they were about 2 or 3 arms away from the deadline, and they sat on their hands, and they 2 or 3 arms away from making a run. They were a game and a half out at the deadline, and they didn't do anything. There has to be a little bit more aggression on that part. You got guys that are in their prime years, Trevor Story, Rafael Devers. You want to take advantage of that prime. Sure, free spending doesn't work, but I think you got to be in a position to be able to not be averse to spending as well. And I think that's what the Red Sox have sort of got away from. I think they got to get back to being able to build the farm, yes, but also say, hey, we need to spend, we need to be able to spend. So it's kind of a balancing act of both.
All right, quickly, who's going to win the World Series? Not that I would ever try to put you on the spot, bro.
I'm going to have to go with the Braves. I think anything can happen in the playoffs. I know they had a couple guys injured. I know Max Fried just went on the injury list again this year, just recently. But top to bottom, they've been the most consistent team, the best team in the baseball. I think they do it correctly in terms of signing their young guys to long-term deals when they're still young, and having them there for a while, from Acuna to Albies to all those guys, and replacing Freddie Freeman with Matt Olson, who has 54 home runs on a year. I just think you're just looking at a really, really special team that I think, if it all came, if I was a betting man, I'm not a betting man, but if I were a betting man, I'll be going with the Braves.
We want to thank Julian McWilliams from the Boston Globe for joining us in the final days of the regular season for Bros on the Beat. It's the MLB OG Mark Gray for MLBBro.com.
MLBBro.com, covering black and brown Major League.